Hey guys, this is W3H TOSCA channel. We welcome you all to scan, build and test with us. Using codeless scriptless trending automation tool TOSCA. Let's begin with the course. In this session, we will see how to create automation test and perform execution for a basic web automation flow. We will try to automate publicly available, free automation practice website named Swag Labs. It is a simple e-commerce website, which allows user to select product and finish checkout order. Sample scenario picked for automation today is already designed and available for execution. Let's go to TOSCA Commander now. As you see, modules created available and test case for purchasing product are there. Test case is configured to run in Chrome, using browser parameter. Let's go to execution section. Let's understand the scenario details along with the execution. Select the test case for purchasing product. Do right click and run. TOSCA execution gets triggered. You can see the execution begins. Saucedemo website opened. Login performed. In products displayed, clicks on add to cart. Shopping cart with one item is clicked. With item added, performs checkout and enter user information. Clicks on finish. Verifies for dispatch message. Clicks on go back home, performs logout and close browser. With that execution completed and see the recent execution report, updated. We can see screenshots captured, available in detail section of the execution logs. Let's start building the automation for this test case from scratch now. Go to Modules, create a new folder for this application named as Swag Labs. Before starting scan, let's keep saucedemo application open in Chrome browser. Go to Module, Swag Labs. Do right click and start scan application. Agent starts, Xscan starts. Once scan window opened, all applications open in the machine are listed. Select saucedemo, web app and click on scan. Scan wizard gets open with all available controls. Let's compare it with the screen, and username, password and login. Let's capture all the three controls. All three selected items are unique. Let's quickly check on the technical properties for each item. Username has ID as property selected, for password it is ID property. For login, again it is ID property used as identifier. Title of the module is Swag Labs, and it looks like a unique and stable value. Rename the module if required, here giving the name Swag Labs, login page. Module title and captured controls name all looks fine. Now to save the module, click on finish screen. We can see the module getting saved. Wizard says, go to the next screen and click on scan. Now, enter user ID and password and perform sign in manually. Once logged in, we can see different products displayed. Here, we need to select particular product, verify price and click on add to cart. Once added to cart, we need to click on shopping cart to navigate to next screen. Let's go to scan wizard, and start scan screen to capture. Capture. Product name, price, add to cart and shopping cart. Rename the module name if needed. Here, renaming it as Swag Labs product page. One control has name as A. Keep cursor over that, use highlight selection, to find out which control is that. We got it, it is shopping cart. Let's rename the control. But then, we see that selected item is not unique. Go to Properties section. We see that no other property selected, apart from tag. Let's select class name as identifier. Now it is made unique. Let's rename all other controls as well in a meaningful way. Product name, product price. And we see all items are unique. Click on Finish screen, module gets saved. We are done with second screen. Let's proceed to next screen. Similar way, we captured all the other screens required for this scenario. As you see here. We are done with modules creation. Points the note while creating modules. Capture all required controls. Make the controls uniquely identifiable. Rename module and controls wherever it is required.
Since we have all the modules required, let's start building the test case. Go to Test Case section and create new folder for Swag Labs. Once folder creation is done, do right-click, create new test case. Name it appropriately. Here, we name it as Product Purchase. Let's start building test steps now. Our first action could be opening the saucedemo URL in Chrome browser. Right-click on Test Case, click on Search and add test step. Pop-up window opened. Search for Open URL. Select that. Open URL is added as test step now. Rename the step. Enter the URL value in Values field. Action mode will be default, input. We are done with Open Application step. One way of adding module to test step is right-click, search, and add test step. Next step could be login screen. Remember, we scanned and created module for login screen. So from modules, let's drag and drop that module as second step. Let's rename the step as Perform Login. So, drag and drop is other way of bringing module to test step. Now, the step is ready. We need to provide inputs. Now in test steps, let's add action mode waitin and make value as exists equal to true for username field. This means, after open application step, TOSCA to wait for username field to appear on screen, before moving on to next action. Next action could be giving username as input to application. Let's copy the username from Swag Labs web page and paste it into value section. Here action mode is input. Similarly copy password from Swag Labs web page and paste it into value section. Here action mode is input. For password data type, you can see the value encrypted. For login, enter click as value, and action mode is input. We created steps for open application and perform login. Now to make this execution, in Chrome browser, at test case level, go to test configuration parameter, right-click, and add parameter named browser, and provide value as Chrome. Let's check whether these two steps built are working fine or not. Do right-click on test case and click Run in Scratchbook. TOSCA execution gets triggered. You can see application launched. TOSCA waits for username field and enters user, password, and click on login. Execution successful.
Close Scratchbook result. So, Scratchbook can be used to test run during design. After login to application, adding product to cart, action is expected. Drag and drop the module to test step. Rename the step to reflect what action is performed as part of that step. As part of this test step, verify price value. Here price is a div container. So, inner text is the technical property which holds the actual value. So use inner text equal to value to be verified. Next, click on Add to Cart. We completed till product add to cart. Then click on Shopping Cart step to be performed. Drag and drop module. Rename the module as Goto Cart. Give click as value with action mode input for shopping cart control. Let's try to run these two steps in Scratchbook now. Execution triggered, and we can see TOSCA clicking on Add to Cart, clicking on Goto Shopping Cart. Landed with checkout page successfully. Clicking on checkout would be the next action to perform. Let's close Scratchbook results screen and go to modules. We need to finish the remaining steps from checkout to logout. So, let's drag and drop all the required modules to test case. Rename test step. Here checkout is a button. So, provide click in value with action mode input. Next it is user information step. Rename the step. Provide values for text fields, and click as value for continue button. Rename test step. Here checkout is a button. So, provide click in value with action mode input. In finish order, again it's a button. So provide click as a value. Next in order confirmation page, we will verify for order confirmation message. With action mode verify, let's check for the order message display with property exists equal to true. Finally, click on all menu and perform logout are buttons. So let's give click as value. We are done with designing test steps. Let's add take screenshot module which will help to capture screen and add it in execution report. And once execution is complete, we need to close the browser. For that let's use standard module close browser. Here if we give title name, it closes only tabs matching that title. If we give asterisk, then it closes complete browser. Let's try running the complete flow in Scratchbook now. You can see the execution completed successfully. Hold on. Although module captured are all unique and execution is successful, there is a problem with the products page captured. Yes, if you see the control for product name, it value has number which gets changed for every product, and product price identified with inner text value specific to first product. Similarly add to cart has first product name. This means, we can use these controls only for first product. Later in test, if we want to test for other products, these controls cannot be reused. We need to capture again those controls. But, rather than repeating scan for each product, let's capture the controls in a way it can be commonly used for all products. Do right-click on products page and select rescan. To make any changes in existing module, rescan is the option. Scan wizard gets loaded with products page controls. Move the filter towards selected, so only selected controls gets displayed. Click select on screen. If you see diff is a placeholder, under which each product detail is getting displayed. Capturing product name, product price and add to cart button. Let's capture the diff element as well. Now that we captured all required controls, rename diff with meaningful name. Let's make the properties unique and common. For this control, let's select class name. For product name, replace number value with asterisk. For this control, let's select class name. For add to cart, as ID has product name in it, let's unselect ID and use inner text. Now, it is all set. But you may have a question about the message saying selected item is not unique. In this situation, it is perfectly alright, as we are making this controls reusable for all products. Clicking on Close will throw pop-up asking whether to save the module changes. Click on Yes to save the changes. Let's see now how to use these controls to select product. Go to Test Step for Products page, delete previously entered values. Let's get introduced to Constraint Action Mode. Yes, we constrained the diff area by using product name as constraint, and then within that constraint area, price available has to be verified and add to cart button to be clicked. We scanned and captured controls using second product. But let's try to add third product for execution, to ensure controls are reusable for any product in the screen. If you noticed during the scan, product link had the name under an text property. Hence, we are using the same as constraint here. For price, keep the action mode as verify. And in inner text, let's put in the value of third product. And give click as value for add to cart button. So, this step constraints the product, as per the product name in the inner text, verify price of that product and click on add to cart. Let's try Scratchbook Execution, to ensure step is working as expected. Execution is successful. Let's try execution in execution list. For that, let's try adding some other product, say this on SE product with price value of $7+. All set, let's drag and drop the test case into execution section. Do right click on test case, and select run. Execution gets triggered and you can see the product on SE picked up for add to cart, and checkout process getting completed. Once execution is successful, results get updated in execution list. Now to extract report, right-click over execution list and do print report. Keep the report format as PDF. Choose path and save the sample report. Click on No for only failed cases. Click on Yes for screenshot to include. Once we open the extracted report, we can see the execution date, summary results along with screenshots and detailed step logs. With this, we are done with the session. We have gone through scan, build, test and report for basic web automation flow.
Continue watching other videos to learn more about TOSCA.